It took us 2 days to get to Scotland, and then just another 2 days to have slept on top of a mountain, and then drive 5.5 to 6 hours through beautiful roads to one of the most beautiful spots in Scotland, the Isle of Skye. So, the evening we've arrived on the Isle of Skye, we just couldn't do the planned itinerary, plus the weather wasn't really on our side. So what we decided instead is to just eat, which is very rare for us. And because the Airbnb was kind of weird, we ended up sitting in that room, slightly hunched over, and contemplating how the next days would go along. And ultimately, we decided that it was time for the feeling of Scotland. The reason this is not highly cinematic right now is because those shots made us wet. So wet, in fact, that every square inch, including the roof of the cars, is now a drying place. And it's just cold enough and just wet enough that probably none of it will dry. And also, the stills camera has a screen that doesn't want to work anymore, and the other film camera is spinning out arrows left and right. On the plus side, the cars are still driving fine, but we're cold because all the warm clothes are now wet. Thank you for joining this intermission. We'll just have breakfast now in our makeshift 205 shelter situation here. Being wet and cold, however, wouldn't really stop us from doing what we want to do. It was time for a drive. Welcome and good morning. We got up at 4:50 a.m. near Quarrying Road on the Isle of Skye to hike up to the Old Man of Storr. And now everything we are wearing, including everything we're carrying, is drenched and wet. That one is really happy and I am very wet and I have no idea how we are going to ever dry this again.